Hi everybody, Jim from County Corvette here. I have a rather unusual offering here today. Not something we see every day. Not something that really anybody sees much of anymore. It's a 1979 International Scout Terra. And I can't tell you the last time I've seen one on the road. I've only seen a handful of them ever. The Terra is basically a pickup truck with a removable top. So it's really a cool, unusual, and quite unique truck. It was a family heirloom. Now you see it in this Lexington blue. That's the original color. These are the original stripe, triple stripe combination. But this truck is restored. It's an original sheet metal vehicle too. So that just, puts it into the level of obscurity that it's a unicorn. Now, a couple things about it. It was an original family vehicle. For many years it was sold, and then the son of the original owner found it and restored it with his kids. And there's tons of photographs of that restoration. We have them online. And it was really faithfully and nicely done. A couple mods to it. Has a 4-inch lift kit, 33-inch tires, has the Dana 44 rears, locking front hubs, and a posi traction rear in the back. It's a Dana 20 transfer case, I believe. It's a 4-speed transmission, but really a 3-speed because the first gear is the granny gear. And this is not a highway, high-speed cruising vehicle. Anybody who's ever been in a Scout or owned a Scout knows that. But just be aware of that. With the lift kit and everything else, it slows it down even that much more. We'll take it out for a test drive, but it's it's more of a bump around town kind of off-roady type vehicle. It's too nice to off-road. I mean, something with original sheet metal like this. But the next user will use it how they see fit. 33-inch tires on it, the BF Goodrich's with the stock rims. It's got a spare rim. It does have a factory roll bar in it, and all this stuff is beautifully restored. There's a 345-inch replacement engine in it, not the original engine. It does have a build sheet. It was called a line setting sheet back in the day. The seats are out of I think a PT Cruiser. It's actually quite comfortable. So there's some tasteful mods to it, but nothing that would devalue it in terms of I don't even know if there's such a thing as a judged International Scout competition, but if there were, this could be made to be pure in that type of arena. But as you see it, it's set up, ready to go. Runs and drives great. To restore the thing would be double the asking price. So it's just a great value overall. Really a clean, nicely done truck that, for me, it just reminds me of when I was a kid and seeing these things new. So I would encourage you to look through the photos. There's a lot more in the description, and the photos are just great. It's just really a well-documented restoration, and it's just a nice truck overall. Really well done for being a Scout. This restoration is actually really, really nice. So we're going to take it out for a drive. It runs great. I just started it up after a little while, and runs and drives perfect. And we'll get it out on the road and show you how it feels. Okay, so this thing starts up and runs really well. There's no parasitic draws. The battery was connected while it was sitting for at least 3 weeks. So it does maintain a charge, and there's no draws there. All the gauges work. There is an auxiliary oil pressure gauge here. It's showing a nice 20 pounds at a low idle. And we're going to granny gear it first. Okay, and that's its speed here. So it's taking me a little while to remember what the heck I'm driving. It's easy to drive. It is power steering and power brakes. All right. Clutch is good in it, I mean, it's a Scout with a lift kit and 33, so it's it wanders a bit, and that's just what it is. not a highway cruiser. So we're about 40 miles an hour, and that feels comfortable, but I don't want to try to do 80 in it or anything greater than that. So understand that, you know, going into a purchase on a vehicle like this, it is not a highway cruiser, okay? I want to be very clear on that. And you know, these things never were, but you know, a lot of times we think of vehicles that we always liked. We never may have driven one, or certainly never owned one, and have a romantic view of what we're going to do with it. Oh man, I'm going to take that thing on road trips. No, you're not. You are not taking this on a road trip unless you're out of your mind. But you're going to take it to Home Depot. You're going to take it on a beach. You're going to drive it in the mountains. You know, you're going to use the vehicle for, you know, hauling stuff around, hunting, lodge type vehicle. Now you're talking. Takes a couple minutes to get used to it, but you know, I can drive anything from a, you know, modern Corvette to a, you know, D5 Dozer. I don't care. I'll drive it. But you know, like anything else, you got to get used to it. So I'm used to it now. Pretty easy to drive. Feels good. Brakes are good in it too. It's got power brakes. Like I said, it's got power steering. Now, I did check the radio earlier, and it didn't work when we got it. It doesn't work now. It's a Sanyo, nothing. So if tunes are important to you, we can talk about that. And actually, it probably would be kind of cool to have a decent sound system in here. So a new head unit, there's some speakers in there. I don't even know if it's a fuse, but all the other stuff works quite well on this thing. So I like it. It's easy to drive, and it is a good-looking truck. I think if I owned it, I'd have this top off and leave it off for the summer. But I would use this thing to go get stuff at Home Depot or 84 Lumber, whatever. Home Center is closest, and that would be cool. That is a two-seater though, so you're kind of limited there, and you know, that's what makes it the Terra. I don't know where the name came from. Terrain, something. But yeah, somebody really, well, I know who did it. It was the son of the original owner. He really spent a lot of time making this thing nice. And you know, it's a complete total restoration. So it's a damn shame he couldn't keep it. There's just a lot of love put into this thing. And you know what? It runs good with the 345. It's got as much power as I need. You know, an alignment might help this thing out a little bit too. Because I know the wheel's off a tad. So, you know, an alignment might be in order here. And we could throw that in on this deal. So I would say that's really the only thing I would think we should do to it. When I got the car originally, we had to put a starter in it. Starter was bad, and it was it was a rebuilt starter. Somebody just didn't do something right in it, and we did that, and that was about it. I mean, this thing's in good shape. And these seats are really comfortable now that I'm sitting in it for a bit. This is really, really comfortable for me. Okay. All right, so that's my big test drive in this thing. If you have an interest in this car, it's a truck, give us a call. I guarantee you, this is the nicest one on planet Earth that I can imagine. I just can't imagine there's a better one out there. So if you're into these things, man, take a good look at this one, because this is it. This is the last. You're not going to find a better one. Not in my imagination. All right, so give us a call if you got an interest. Trades, we'll make a deal. But this is a good truck. You'll be happy with it if you use it, you know, as I described, on that farm or lake house, you know, beach, something like that. You'll be happy with it. All right, thanks for watching, and please subscribe. And again, always thanks for all you subscribers out there who watch our videos and encourage us to keep putting stuff out. We appreciate it.